Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope that you're doing good.
I'm doing fine. Sometimes we're just glad that we're still alive, for the most part. I hope that you're doing better than me. I'm looking forward to today's Naruto because that old sand lady just charged Kakashi, right? So I think we're about to get into some flashbacks. I think I may actually have seen the clip of this old lady talking to Kakashi. Well, we'll see. I'm excited to hopefully learn more about him and more about the history of the sand and leaf villages in the past. This war that happened. So, let's not waste any time and get right into it.
Naruto acts quickly with shadow clones to protect his beloved Kakashi sensei. I think we're seeing some of Jiraiya's training paying off here. We're also seeing that this old lady is a skilled ninja, as expected from someone who has the word honored before their name. Naruto called her a wrinkly old prune, and he really has no manners. She's mistaken Kakashi for the White Fang of the Leaf, which is a very cool title that does not belong to Kakashi, who is laughing nervously and such a sweetheart. They all clear out so Sakura can tend to Kankuro. I like that she ties her hair up because you really would want it out of the way. She's quickly able to deduce what kind of poison it is and what it's doing to his body. She uses some very interesting techniques to draw the poison from his cells using a solution and her jutsu. It's pretty awesome and very creative on Kishimoto's part.
Who the heck is this White Fang of the Leaf guy that made the old lady so angry?
That's a tricky one. How to put it? He was, well, in a word, he was my father.
Huh?
Naruto looks so confused, like the concept of fathers blows his mind. But perhaps he just wonders why Sensei has never spoken about his clearly badass father. The White Fang of the Leaf, hello, there's clearly a story there. Many stories, probably. But then, how much does he share with his students? Well, teammates now, right? Not his students.
I appreciate that this might be a complex topic for Kakashi to talk about, but it's objectively not difficult to explain that that man was his father. I mean, he goes, this is difficult to explain, but he was my dad. No, Kakashi, that was quite simple, right? He was my father was quite simple. But anyways, clearly some complicated feelings around his father. But I guess makes sense that his father was someone who would have a title like the White Fang of the Leaf Village, because a lot of the times it seems there's a lot of like bloodline stuff in Naruto, like my clan and my father and long lines of powerful ninjas, like all of that seems to matter quite a bit.
Sakura is removing poison from each part of Kankuro's body, and this is an impressive technique, an impressive feat that she is accomplishing, and she manages to remove most of it, which will buy him some much needed time. Naruto is very impressed by her, and so am I. It's so great to see her live up to the potential that we saw right at the beginning of Naruto. Like, in the very first episode, the first that we see of Sakura is her being really competitive with Ino and being a top student, and then we never really got to see her be top student, but now we get to see it. She also did not have to cheat on the Chunin exams, remember? She's a little Miss Smarty Pants, this one. And of course, Takamaru, the goat of all carrier birds, is back bringing important messages with urgency.
She says the Team Guy is on its way here to back us up.
Well, alright! No sense waiting around for them to get here! Let's go after the Akatsuki right now!
Okay, but which way are you going? Do you even know where they are?
Like, where is he going? I guess we just have to appreciate the enthusiasm. And shame, Bucky has to admit that despite his best efforts, they've lost track of the two Akatsuki. Luckily, Kankuro recovered a piece of Sasori's clothing and they can track him using that. I knew that was significant when he did that. And now I think we're going to see the return of Kakashi's gang of dogs.
Summoning Jutsu!
I knew it. I'd like to learn more about the other dogs. We've focused a lot on Pakun, which is fine, but I'm very curious about the others. Like, look at this one with the crazy eyes and the mohawk. What's his deal? What's this mark on the little one's head? Why does the one in the back look like he's burning with rage? Kankuro confirms that he did in fact fight Sasori of the Red Sand, and so Kakashi is like, please, spill the tea, we need that intel. And Dr. Harano is able to make a cure for Kankuro. She really does suit this kind of role. I hope that she now fights the way that Kabuto and Tsunade did, targeting specific muscles and organs. That was really cool. Though Naruto wants to leave right away, Kakashi tells him that they need to rest and he concedes. Kankuro has an emotional, reflective moment thinking about Naruto's effect in Gaara, and now here he is, all gung-ho to save him.
He taught me that I can change the path my life will follow.
Naruto. Save my little brother.
Don't worry, I will.
That's very sweet. Meanwhile, the Akatsuki are continuing with their witchcraft, and Gaara's cracked face and wide open mouth will visit me in my nightmares. It seems like they're pulling something out of him. It's probably the one-tailed, right? It's horrible.
So I was really hoping that Lady Chiyo was going to say more about Kakashi's father, but they just had that exchange and then it ended. I was expecting a full-on flashback of what happened with Kakashi's father, so now I'm just left hanging.
Pakun finds the entrance to the secret Akatsuki base, and these ninja hounds are extremely useful.
Oh goodness, guys, the sound of that. It sounds like somebody's got their fingers down his throat and is trying to speak. My poor Gaara, is he conscious during all of this? I think so. What a horrible thing, like he hasn't gone through enough shit already. It's like that, the stuff coming out, I'm assuming it is like the essence of the sand spirit. It's not just like, it looks like some wispy thing, but it sounds like it's like a physical thing being like wrenched from his body, which is horrible. And he's had it since before he was born, right? Didn't they put it in his mother's pregnant belly? So something like removing that would be such a traumatic thing for his body. Are they killing Gaara right now?
I think old Lady Chiyo is preparing to battle her grandson. Pakun shares the information with Kakashi, and it's time for them to move out. And the Sand Ninjas too, as you can imagine. Temari wants to save her brother. Kankuro wants to save his brother too, but he did just almost die. As they're getting ready to go, Baki stops Temari and her team from leaving because the village might be attacked now that Gaara is gone, because now they're extra vulnerable. So they don't want some of their top ninjas to leave.
Gaara's not even their leader. He's our Kazekage. The Sand Shinobi should be the ones to save him.
If a Sand Shinobi is needed, then I'm the one to go.
Granny Chiyo?
Bah! Don't treat me like a fossil! After all, it's been a while since I've doted on my adorable grandchild.
And that is so shitty. From what I've seen of the Sand Council, which admittedly is not much, I already don't like them. How can they send no Sand Ninjas after Gaara? He's their Kazekage. They can't leave it just up to the couple of leaf ninjas. And they were already talking about how they need to get a new Kazekage. Do they have something against Gaara? It feels like it. And Tamari, of course, argues because how can they send no Santa Ninjas? They have to send at least her, but preferably a whole squad, because that's ridiculous.
I mean, Sarutobi Sensei looked to be about the same age as this lady, and he fought 2 former Hokages and Orochimaru, so let's not underestimate anyone.
I see what's happening. I mean, I don't see what's happening. I still don't know what they're doing, but I see that those statues' eyes are opening. I think that's important.
So, Team Kakashi leaves with Lady Chiho, just as I was wondering how Guy's team would know where to go, like it'd be a waste for them to go all the way to the Sand Village just to head out again, perhaps in the same direction that they just came. But of course, Kakashi is clever and sent Pakun to tell them where to go. Ten wants to take a break, and Lee basically tells her to stop being lazy and train harder. Lady Chiyo gives a fantastic info dump, explaining that there are beasts with tails 1 through 9. Shukaku is the one-tailed beast, and of course everybody knows that Naruto has the 9-tailed fox, which has 9 tails. And Kakashi explains that they don't talk about the fox in the Leaf Village because they're stupid and like secrets. During the Great War, the nations fought over control of the great beasts, but were never really able to tame them, and as peace came, they were forgotten. Which, to be honest, I don't think would actually happen. The reason for the 3-year gap between attempting to snatch Naruto and successfully snatching Gaara is because of the intense preparations that need to be done before taking the power of a tailed beast. So perhaps 3 years ago they had done preparations ready for Naruto because they know for sure where Naruto is and assumed that they would be able to take him. And once they saw that they could not get Naruto, another known Jinchuriki is Gaara. And it makes sense that they would go for Naruto before Gaara because Gaara was very dangerous. I mean, he's still very dangerous, but he was out of his mind back in the day. So these past couple of years have been them preparing to do this whole thing that they're currently doing on Gaara that they couldn't do on Naruto. Jiraiya must be so strong to be enough of a threat to discourage them from pursuing Naruto. And he knew that he would be. He knew that his simple presence with Naruto would be enough to stop all 9 Akatsuki from going after him. That's why he took Naruto and left the village. Gosh, I really wish he wasn't so pervy so that I could fully appreciate how cool he is.
But the tailed beast's powers were beyond human imagining. No one could control them.
Look at that sad expression on Naruto's face. I don't like it. He's always so bubbly and full of energy. I don't like seeing him look so sad. But I am so glad that he's finally got more information about the tailed beasts, which is something he should have been knowing. He should have been knowing. Because I'm assuming that our former Hokage, Sarutobi Sensei, would have known the same information that Lady Chiyo has. And gosh, now I'm trying to track it all in my mind. So Naruto, but then by the time Naruto was able to express the 9-tailed, Sarutobi was dead, right? It was Jiraiya who taught him how to do that, and then the first time he really did that was against Gaara, and that's also the same time that Orochimaru killed him. So I guess there was no time for Sarutobi to teach him at that time, but like as I've been saying, he should have told him way before that. Or at least told the whole village. Like, why don't they all know about the tailed beasts? If something like that exists in the world, they should all be aware of it. But But I'm happy to know that I was correct in assuming that there would be beasts from 1 to 9 with the tails. I look forward to seeing them. I'm assuming we're going to see all of them. I look forward to it.
I love all of this lore, and I hope that they keep feeding it to us. Turns out, Team Guy is actually closer to the Akatsuki base, so they might actually get there first.
Look, I know that this guy is probably very powerful because he's a part of the Akatsuki. But why do I kind of want to laugh every time I see him? There's something a little bit ridiculous about his design, right? I think it's the leaf. The Venus flytrap type thing.
Our location has been discovered. The enemy approaches.
The eyes are opening more and more, and gosh guys, I am creeped out. This feels like a horror movie. We learn that Kisame has the most chakra of all the Akatsuki, and he'll be diverting 30% of his chakra to keep the witchcraft going, while the rest is fighting Guy. I understand why Kisame wants to fight Guy, but I would have liked to see a different Akatsuki. And funnily enough, Guy doesn't even remember Kisame, which feels kind of ridiculous. How could you not remember the Shark Man? I would remember a Shark Man. I don't think that's too common in the world of Naruto. Back in the cave, I like how the Akatsuki are blaming Deidara for not covering up his tracks and leading the enemy to them. Meanwhile, it's because of Sasori that they tracked him. And Paku knew Gaara's scent anyway, so all of this is kind of inevitable. And this one guy with purple eyes really wants to fight, and they keep telling him no for no apparent reason, instead sending Itachi to intercept Kakashi. And oh man, they better close their eyes real quick.
Itachi Uchiha!
And guys, how are they going to get through Itachi? Will they benefit from his chakra being split? I hope so. I feel like Kakashi should have been specifically training with his eyes closed in order to prepare for another meeting with Itachi. What is going to happen? I mean, what is going to happen overall? Are Team Kakashi and Team Guy enough to fight all of the Akatsuki? Or maybe they can just snatch Gaara and run away? Because in my head I think of the Akatsuki as 9 Orochimarus. Kisame vomits out just a ton of water in the middle of the desert as well. And meanwhile Itachi is being very cool. Kakashi reminds me that Guy developed a way of fighting through watching foot movements because of Kakashi's Sharingan, and I totally forgot about that. Oh man, if only they could swap opponents.
But if you outnumber the Sharingan user, if the battle is 2 against 1, then even if one of you is caught in his genjutsu, the other is free to strike from the rear, breaking the genjutsu spell.
Is Itachi really just going to stand there and watch them plan? Can he hear what they're saying? I've no idea. Kisame is just showing off with all of his water, or maybe he's just trying to refresh Guy's memory, because when they fought, they were standing on top of a river. And now Kakashi is explaining the Mangekyo Sharingan and why Lady Chiyo's plan won't work. Maybe Itachi is just killing time? I mean, he just needs their spell to go through, right? He doesn't actually need to defeat them. Because why is he just standing and letting them prepare?
Very good, Kakashi. I see your sojourn in my Tsukuyomi wasn't wasted.
Oh, believe me, I learned something else as well.
So he can hear them.
There's a price to pay for using that Sharingan. It exhausted you, didn't it? You had to quit before the battle was over. So in addition to using up a lot of chakra, You risk permanent damage to your eye every time you use that jutsu, don't you, Itachi?
Yes, man, our observant shinobi Kakashi Hatake.
You seem to have learned a great deal from our one brief encounter.
I wonder just how much damage has already been done to your eyesight.
Interesting. Can Itachi not see properly? Team Guy shows some really good teamwork. You can tell they've been fighting together for a while. And Guy still can't remember Kisame.
I'll grant you brats this much. You're more trouble than I thought you'd be. In fact, you're incredibly annoying. I feel certain we've met before.
I'd think this guy would be pretty memorable.
That's what I'm saying, Tenten. Kakashi asks the team to cover him while he goes for Itachi, but this fight still hasn't begun. They're just talking about fighting. But at least Team Guy is actually fighting Kisame, and I have to say, Tenten's trousers are very cool.
That weapon! It's yours, right?
Whose else could it be?
Aha! But there's a big difference between knowing and being absolutely certain.
Wise words, Guy-sensei! So simple and yet so full of profound meaning!
Lee is such a hype man for Guy Sensei. It's like, I guess I forgot the dynamic between them, but I wasn't expecting him to be like, yes, Guy Sensei. Such profound words. Like, I wish I had someone like Lee in my life to just hype me up at all occasions. But like, I can't believe Guy doesn't remember meeting a shark guy. Like, you really don't remember meeting the shark guy? Guy? You would think such a thing would stand out.
Seems like Itachi still wants to take Naruto. So do they need multiple tailed beasts for what they're trying to do? At that threat, Kakashi moves, beginning the fight. Itachi shadow clones and Naruto Rasenguns it, and then when the smoke clears, Sakura and Chia were on the ground, but then they're actually Itachi.
So I think it's safe to say that Itachi is genjutsuing Naruto. I do wonder how many Rasengans Naruto is capable of if he has the same limits that Sasuke had with the Chidori. But Naruto does have all of this chakra, so perhaps that's not even an issue for him. Though I do think he should have been more careful about using such a powerful attack on what could have been a shadow clone. But then I don't blame him because Itachi is a very powerful opponent, so you take every opportunity to land a blow that you can.
Guy gets Kisame's sword away from him so that the others can attack, but the Akatsuki's got more tricks up his sleeve and gets them all in water prisons. Except for Guy, because he wants to fight Guy alone. And Sensei is such a sweet man, he's like, you leave them alone! I love it. And Itachi continues with his genjutsu mind magic shenanigans, and things are not looking good for everyone. Tenten says she can't breathe, so I'm thinking of when Sabuza had Kakashi in one of these. He was captured for a while, so we're just learning more and more about his impressive capabilities. Guy brings out nunchucks, but Lee calls them nunjaku, so I will use that name too. He clearly means business, but Kisame has the advantage with all of this water around, right? That's probably why he did it. He transformed the environment to suit his needs. Meanwhile, Itachi is bringing us all into a horror movie. Itachi genjutsu'd Naruto just by pointing at him. Gosh, this shinobi would have been a great one to have in the Leaf Village, being one of the good guys. He tells Naruto he can't use the Mangekyo Sharingan right now, and why would he say that? But he doesn't explain further. We go into a flashback of Pervy Sage teaching Naruto how to break genjutsu, and I was just thinking, that Jiraiya should have taught him how to fight Itachi in particular, because he's an established enemy.
You see, Naruto, Genjutsu works on your opponent's 5 senses. You control the chakra flowing through their cranial nerves. It's a highly advanced intellectual ninjutsu.
I don't really get it.
Ooh, big surprise.
So basically, Jiraiya called Naruto a dummy. He just needs to focus on breaking Genjutsu.
When you're in the grip of an opponent's Genjutsu, the chakra that flows through your mind is under their control. So if you find yourself caught in one, you need to stop the flow of your own chakra as best as you can.
That makes sense. I really appreciate the way this power/magic system functions. His laugh reminds me of Rumpelstiltskin, like he's about to trick you out of your firstborn child. Guy is knocked deep into the water, and I did not realize there was this much of it. My guy spawned a whole lake. He uses a 5-shark attack and they each draw some blood. He's fighting them, but they just regenerate, and I was really expecting Guy to dominate a bit more than he has so far. But then Kisame has like all the chakra in the world. Meanwhile, 1010 is close to her limit, and so Guy does what he must.
Release. Second gate. Gate of rest. Third gate. Gate of life. Fourth gate. Gate of pain. Fifth gate. Gate of closing. Open!
Oh no, but isn't this really dangerous? And he goes on to open the 6th one as well, and the chakra emanating from him is incredible. But what if he hurts himself? Nechi spots a weakness in his water prison and breaks through, and he gentle palms the hell out of these water guys. That's why young man is a jonin. We love to see it. And as Naruto is breaking through the Kenjutsu, Itachi is kinda low-key impressed.
And that's gonna be it for me. Things are very tense. I am very concerned about how they're going to fight Itachi. Naruto as a series, they love to jump between lots of different fights. Maybe not lots of different fights, but different fights. And I would have liked to see what was going on with Kakashi and Itachi as well, but that's fine that we focused more on Guy and Kisame, which is what I want them to do more, is just focus on one at a time. Anyways, very interesting. I didn't expect like a big fight like this so soon. But then there's not like a high action going on with the fight between Kisame and Guy. Like, it's clearly got stakes. It inherently has stakes, but I guess I thought it would be more high impact or something, like faster. I don't know. It just felt a bit like it was missing the spice, you know, but we'll see what happens next. Now that Guy has opened the gates, but I'm assuming that he's better at it than Lee, and he's not going to like break his whole body in the process. Okay, so that's it for me. I'm actually getting ready to move, so I need to pack many things. I have a book that I wrote. If you're interested in checking it out, the link is in the description. I hope that you have a good day, a good week. See you in the next one. I'm Kayla. Bye.